Hello and welcome to day 8 of your challenge. Congrats, you've made it this far. Be proud of yourself. Today's theme is forgiveness. While most think that forgiveness is passive, it's actually an active thing to do. Because when you give forgiveness, it's a gift that you can't take back, and you're actively telling somebody that you forgive them or even yourself. So think about the people that you want to forgive, or the actions that you've committed for yourself, because today's theme is forgiveness. Let's get ready to do our yoga. All right, let's get ready to do our yoga. Let's start off by taking child's pose. Make sure that your two big toes are touching and your knees are spread apart. Just bring your head down. Try to come to the present moment. When you practice yoga, you want to let go of all thoughts, anything that's cluttered your mind, so that you can integrate your body with your breath. So start to activate your breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Get ready for this practice together. Today we're talking about forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for others. When you're able to forgive and let go, you can clear the path ahead of you. So just take the time and space today to think about someone who's wronged you, or perhaps you hold resentment towards, and just place your attention on that person and tell yourself you're ready to forgive them. And maybe that person is yourself, and that's okay too. We must forgive ourselves for all the things we think we do wrong. Now slowly come into a downward facing dog. Strong downward facing dog. We're just gonna hold it here. Make sure you ground down with your hands and your feet. Our hands and our feet are the foundation of our poses. So be intentional when you create the foundation of your poses. By having a strong foundation, you're able to have a stronger pose. So bend your knees a little bit, lengthen your back, lengthen your spine. Maybe you want to start to create movement. Walk your hands towards your feet to get it tighter. Downward facing dog, or alternatively walk them out. Create a long downward facing dog. Whatever works for you. And come back and adjust. Just gonna hold it here. Downward facing dog is an active resting pose. You're activating your shoulders and your spine. Now start to sync your breath with your body. Now slowly walk your feet to your hands. And just let your hands hang loose. Let your head hang loose. Just drop it. You're gonna lift and spread your toes off the mat. You can ground down with the four corners of your feet. And just let your upper body hang there. Let's just hold it here for 10 counts. With each count, I want you to breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Activating your Ujjayi breath. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly roll up. Easy on your body as you roll up. When you're ready, reach up for extended mountain pose.
pull your belly in to lengthen your body, your spine, your arms. Every time I do an extended mountain pose, my nose just magically clears. Feels so good to reach up, really stretch out your body. Maybe you want to come onto your tippy toes, come back down, but just hold it here. If you want to take a slight back bend, you can also try that. And hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to come to a forward fold.
And then take your hands onto your shins for halfway lift. We're just going to hold it here. You want to make sure your back is straight. So you might want to bend your knees a little bit. Stick your butt out. Now lift and spread your toes so you're grounding down with your feet. If you want to bring your hands to the mat, that's okay too. For me, it feels good to have them up here. You want to make sure you keep your head up. You don't want to have your gaze in between your legs, but rather out in front of you. Every time I come to a halfway lift, my back cracks and it feels really good. So find the position and pose that helps you and your body feel good. Just hold it here for 3 more counts. Remember, in through your nose, out through your nose. And then forward fold, let go. Now you're gonna walk back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Roll through your toes and come into a beautiful upward facing dog. We're just gonna hold this one for a few counts. Don't worry how long. If your body gets tired, you can drop onto your knees. But if you want to challenge yourself and lift up your legs, activate. Bring your gaze up, bend your elbows slightly. And then again, in through your nose, out through your nose, creating a constant breath so that when your body does get tired, you can rely on that breath. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch back, downward facing dog, all the way back. And you're gonna bend your knees, look forward, walk or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Come right into chair pose, sit back, arms up. Strong chair pose. Chair pose is another one of those active resting positions. You're activating your glutes, your arms. Maybe challenge yourself, bring your arms a little higher, sink a little lower. If your body's telling you you can't do it, tell yourself you can. If you have to take a forward fold, that's okay, take it, but then come right into it. Back into chair pose and just hold it here. For 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a forward fold. Now we're going to come back to plank. We're going to hold plank. Right here, you can hold it, or you can come onto your forearms if you want to try a variation. Plank activates your core muscles, your arm muscles, even your leg muscles. Such a good pose to practice. Come back up or stay down. Now check in with your hands. Are your palms flat on the mat? You don't want to be scrunching them. and your fingertips spread out evenly. Now let's hold it here for 5 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step to the top of your mat, halfway lift, forward fold. Now we're going to come into an extended side angle. So you're going to come back to plank, take your right foot in between your hands, left foot flat, come all the way up, and take your right hand onto your knee or to the bottom of the mat. Bring your left arm up. This is a passive twist, opening your body up, opening your heart up to forgive. First and foremost yourself, but then others for unwillingly hurting us, for making us think other things, feel different emotions. Stay with it. Try not to get out of this pose. If your arm gets tired, come onto your knee. Tell yourself, you got this, because you do. You're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a lunge here. Right knee over the right foot. Take your left hand flat on the mat and open up on the other side. Taking a counter twist and come onto your knee if you get tired. Otherwise, stay up here. Stay in the heat. Look up to your right arm. Activating your hip flexor. I can feel it here. If you want a deeper stretch, then bend that right knee a little more. Just hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to plank, and we're going to do the other side. Take your left foot in between your hands, right foot flat. Stand all the way up. We're going to come into an extended side angle. So left arm on your knee, all the way down to the mat. Right arm up. Look up. Expanding your chest. When we hold resentment, we are literally resending those negative thoughts and negative energy to that person, to that place, to that thing. So when you're able to forgive and let go of resentment, you clear your path for a brighter, more forgiving future. Bend that left knee a little bit more. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back and take lunge. Left knee over that left foot. Now we're going to reverse it. Take your right hand flat on the mat. Bring your left arm up. Open up your chest. Bend that hip flexor. Bend that left knee a little bit more. Come down to your knee if you have to for modification. But otherwise, stay here. Stay with it and trust yourself. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to plank. Let's do one low chaturanga. Roll for the toes. Upward facing dog. So good for your lower and upper back. Shake it out. Downward facing dog. Now bend your knees. Look forward, walk or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold.
Now we're going to do a prayer twist and hold those for a few counts. So come into chair pose, bring your palms together, lift up, take your left elbow over your right knee. Make sure your knees are bent at the same angle. Just hold it here. Activating your glutes. By twisting, we're also physically releasing toxins our body no longer needs, but also mentally twisting out negative thoughts, resentment towards yourself and other people, starting from a point of forgiveness. Squeeze your palms together, look up, and we're going to hold it for 5 more counts. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. 3, 2, 1. Take a forward fold. Oh, does that feel good? Take your 2 peace fingers, grab onto your toes, and just forward fold here for yogi toe lock. Taking a rest before we twist onto the other side. Getting your body ready mentally, physically. And when you're ready, and you are ready, come into a chair pose. Strong chair, bring your palms together. Reach up, right elbow over that left knee. Make sure your knees are lined. And then look up at that left elbow. Now really squeeze your palms together. I found it that it's easier to regain my balance when I'm squeezing my palms together. I'm going to open up your chest here. So really bring your left shoulder back to allow your chest to expand. Breathe in through your nose, hold it. Out through your nose. We're going to hold it for 5 more counts. Continue your breath work for 3, 2, 1. Release, let go, forward fold. Now take your hands onto your hips. Slowly roll up to a standing. We're going to come into a few standing balancing poses. First one is eagle. So reach up, take your right hand underneath the left. Bring your palms together, right foot over the left. If you can, grab on to that left leg. And now lift your elbows so that they're in line with your shoulders. If you're having a hard time crossing your palms together, it's okay to not cross them so you can see. Whatever's good for your body. If you can cross them, great. Just gonna hold it here. Focus on regaining your balance. If you fall out of the pose, come back into it. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Good, now let's switch sides. Lift up, left arm under, left leg over the right. Now bring your elbows up. They're in line with your shoulders. Switch angles so you can see it better. And just be here. My standing leg is slightly bent, but I'm grounding down with my toes, my feet. I could even lift and spread my toes here if you're really grounding down with your foot. If you can't bring your palms together, that's okay. And just hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. I'm gonna do some triangles. So come into a downward facing dog, stretch back. Take your right foot in between your hands, left foot flat. Come right into triangle. Right arm down, left arm up. Opening the chest up. With each breath, I like to bring my right hand a little lower and expand my left arm. So play with that. With each breath, allow your body to come into the pose a little deeper and expand your chest a little further. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to a plank. Let's take a quick chaturanga. Roll through your toes, upward facing dog. Stretch your back out. Downward facing dog. Left foot in between your hands, right foot flat, right into triangle. Left arm down, right arm up. With each breath, bring your left arm down a little bit more, right arm back. Keep your legs straight. And if your body hurts a little, you can come up for a minute, then come right back into it. Holding these poses is not easy, but you can do it because you've practiced, you've been doing your yoga. Even if you haven't, you can still do it. Resist, embrace how your body feels for 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. And we're going to lower down to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come to a floor bow. Take your cheek to one side, bend your feet, grab onto your ankles, your yoga pants, whatever's possible. We're going to rise up for floor bow. Flex your feet. You're going to try to hold it here for 10 counts. With each count, raise your legs a little bit higher, your chest a little more. 6 more counts to go. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. 3, 2, 1, and let go. And from here, just roll onto your back. Come back to the middle of your mat and come into a bridge. Lift your hips up. Fingertips should be touching your ankles. And just hold it here. Now, up here, I want you to push your knees together with each breath. Push both knees together so that you start to work on your glutes and activating your butt. This is another active pose that doesn't take a lot of effort, but brings a lot of results. So continue to squeeze your knees together. And as you squeeze your knees together, you also squeeze your glutes together and just hold it. Now sit still, stop moving your knees and just hold it. Lift your hips a little bit higher now. Never be too lifted. Maybe use your hands to help you. Now drop your hands and just hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Now you know what's next, our core. So you're going to bring both legs up. Bring your hands in or cross your fingers behind your head. Lift your chest up. We're just going to hold it up here. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can lower your feet to a comfortable hold. If this is too hard for you, you can bring your hands flat on the mat. Just anything to activate your core. Everybody has a different core, and everybody needs to activate it differently. So let's just hold it here for 10 full breaths. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Now just do a little roll. Roll up, roll back, go all the way back. Be playful with your body here. Rolling your spine, so good for your back. Let's do one more. And then come back on to your knees. We're gonna come into frog. Open up our hips. So you're on your knees, you're gonna take your knees, open them up. Your feet are on their sides. Spread open. You can see my foot is on its side. And then you're gonna bring your forearms down and slowly bring your hips back. Coming into frog. When we're little children, we come into frog all the time, unknowingly. And then as we grow older, we forget to stretch, and it's hard to hold this. So if this is painful for you, embrace it. Embrace the pain a little bit. Embrace it, because knowing that as you open up your hips, you're releasing tension, anxiety, allowing yourself to forgive those who have wronged you, most importantly yourself, for whatever mistakes you think you've made. Forgive yourself to create a clear path for the future. We're gonna hold it here for 6 more counts. Bear with me, hold it for 5, 4, with each breath, sink a little back, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up, come onto your back. We're gonna hold a Supta Baddha Konasana, so take the soles of your feet together, open up your hips. It should feel good. Coming out of frog. You wanna take your right hand on your belly, right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly. And just close your eyes here. Supta Baddha Konasana targets your nervous system and relaxes it. So if you're feeling really anxious, or feeling like you can't forgive somebody, then take a Supta Baddha Konasana for 10 full breaths, and then see how you feel. See if you're ready to forgive that person, that place, or even yourself. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Now slowly come to a happy baby. Grab onto the soles of your feet and push your knees towards your chest. This is another one of those poses that babies do because it feels so good. And then as we start to grow older and grow taller and bigger, we forget to stretch out our knees, open up our hips. So hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly bring your both feet flat on the mat. You're in a seated position. And take your right foot, bend it, reach up and fold over that left leg. If you can touch your knee or your ankle or your foot, whatever works. Just want to hold this, stretching up her back. Everyone always says, I can't touch my toes, but I couldn't either. It takes practice. And some of you will never be able to touch your toes, and that's okay too. Every body is made different. There's no right or wrong way to do yoga, as long as you're not hurting your body and you're using each pose to expand your body and open up your tensions. Take one more breath in through your nose, out through your nose, and switch sides. Right foot, right leg extended, bend the left, bring it up a little bit. This is how we do tree pose, but it's sitting, and then reach over. Maybe you only want to grab one hand. You can grab both. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. And before we come into Shavasana, we're going to do a few cat dogs. So come onto all fours. And then bend your back, look up for cat. And then for dog. You want to really open up your spine here, and then curve your spine. Look in between your legs for cat. Just hold it here. Now look up again. Bring your belly in, butt out. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, and then slowly curve your spine. Look in between your legs. Feet are flat on the mat. And now slowly come onto your back for Shavasana. Drop your shoulders, legs. You've done all the hard work. So just take a moment here to recognize yourself for everything that you've accomplished. Instead of beating yourself up, asking yourself, why did I do this? Why did I do that? Instead, forgive yourself because you will make mistakes. We're all human. We're perfectly imperfect. Progress, not perfection. So start from a point of I will forgive myself in order to forgive others. Because most of the time, when people hurt us, it's unwillingly, it's unknowingly to them. They didn't actually mean to cause the pain and suffering they did. Which is why forgiveness is so important. It's a gift that you choose to give away and you can't take back. One more deep breath in. Open mouth. Wake your body up. Wiggle your hands, your toes, your legs. Slowly come up to a seated. Bring your hands at your heart center. Thank your body for everything it was able to do today. Remember to take yoga off your mat. Forgive yourself to forgive others. Together we say namaste. All right, let's get ready for our meditation. So take a sip of water, nourish your body. It's so important to drink water. We just did our yoga, so now we're going to come into our meditation. Sit down, find a comfortable seat, and now close your eyes. Start by bringing your attention to your breath. Notice how fast it is or slow. Start to calm your breath, but continue placing your attention on your breath. Decide what you want to do with your hands, whether you want to lay them on your knees, bring them out in front of you. Whatever helps you in this state. Today, we're going to practice a forgiveness meditation.
So I want you to think about somebody that you harmed in the past, whether it was intentional or unintentional. Somebody that you hurt and you asked for forgiveness from. Keep this person in your thoughts. Think about what actions you took that led them to feel the way that they did. Again, whether this was intentional or unintentional, sometimes we hurt people. Now take your attention from that person to yourself and tell yourself, I forgive myself for my actions that hurt others. I forgive myself for my actions that have hurt others. I forgive myself for my actions that have hurt others. Because if you can't forgive yourself, it's going to be very hard for that other person to forgive you. It's okay that you hurt somebody. We're all human. I forgive myself for the actions I've taken that have hurt others. Keep your attention on that person. Take the time and space today for them, also for you. I forgive myself for the actions I've taken that have hurt others. Now bring your attention back to your breath. Maybe thinking about that person slowed your breath, or maybe it increased it. Whatever it is, bring it back to a steady, constant flow. Now I want you to think about somebody who's harmed you in the past, their actions, their words, and has asked you for forgiveness. I want you to say, I forgive others for the harm they caused me. I forgive others for the harm they've caused me. Because just like we make mistakes, so do the people around us. We can forgive our mistakes. We can forgive others. I forgive others the harm that they've caused me. Specifically, tell yourself you forgive that person. Let go of the resentment you've been holding on towards them. I forgive this person for the harm they have caused me. And now take a moment to think about this person who's harmed you. And send them some good energy hoping that by you forgiving them, you can also clear their path while also clearing your own. And that's why forgiveness is a gift. Because when you give it away and allow yourself to forgive others, it actually helps them grow stronger, more resilient. And your forgiveness might inspire them to forgive themselves for how they hurt you. I forgive others who have harmed me. I forgive others for the actions they've taken to harm me. Now I want you to focus on how your forgiveness will affect others. I forgive myself in order to forgive others. I forgive myself in order to forgive others. When you forgive yourself, you clear your own path. And when you forgive others, you help clear their path. So together, you can come onto a clearer path. I forgive myself to forgive others. I forgive myself to forgive others. The final thought I want you to leave with today is that everyone's human. Everyone is a human. Humans are not perfect. So when you're finding it hard to forgive somebody, remember, they are human, just like you. People will make mistakes. They will harm you, which is why forgiveness is so important. Because in order to move past that harm and hurt, you must forgive. So slowly, let's end with 2 breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it at the top. Open your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it at the top. Open your mouth. I forgive myself to forgive others. Open your eyes. Take another sip of water. Thank you for meditating with me. All right, let's get ready for our strength training. The first thing that we're gonna do is mountain climbers. So come onto a plank position and start doing your mountain climbers. In and out with both legs. The beauty of mountain climbers, so you can go at your own speed and you're activating your core muscles, your leg muscles, so you can really speed it up or slow it down. Doesn't matter, as long as you're moving for a whole minute. Good. Make sure you're palms are flat on the mat. Just keep going, activating your core, working your cardio muscles for a whole minute. We've got 15 seconds left. If you need to take a break, come into plank, and then come back right into it. If you need to slow down, that's okay too. Just keep going, keep moving. All right, now we're gonna go into tricep dips. We're gonna come onto all fours, both hands behind you, and just dip down. Both feet flat on the mat. You're just dipping down, working your triceps. Beauty of these exercises is that you don't require any equipment. So you can work your triceps, work your core, your muscles, without any equipment here. If you want to enhance this, you can grab a weight, place it right here, but you don't need a weight. All you need is your body. As you're lifting up your body up and down, working your tricep muscles. So if you need to take a break, hold it up here, and then get right back into it for 10 seconds. Then we're gonna come to some side planks. Let's get ready for that. 3, 2, 1. Come back to plank. Keep your left hand center, and then stack your right over for 30 seconds. If you need to take a modification here, you can come onto your knee. You can take your right foot, bring it behind you, bring it in front of you, whatever works for you. As long as you're holding a plank for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna switch sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides, right hand down, left arm up. Take the modification you need. Bring the left foot back or forward. Come onto your knee. You want to do more of a bigger challenge, lift up that left leg. Whatever works. When you do a side plank, you're activating all of your core muscles. Got 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. And come onto your back. We're gonna do some hip bridges. So you're gonna come into a bridge pose, take your right foot up and lift up. Just keep lifting. Make sure you lift your hips up as far as they go. This is too hard for you. If you can bring the foot down, continue to lift up, squeezing your glutes at the top. And if you want to challenge yourself, keep that right leg up. Now switch. Left leg up. Keep going. Up and down for 30 seconds. This is working different parts of your body for 10 minutes. It's all it takes to build strength. So lift up. You get tired. Bring both feet down. Remember to squeeze your glutes at the top. If you can, lift that left leg for 2, 1. Now we're going to go from plank to downward facing dogs. Start off with plank, come into a downward facing dog, hold it. Come back to plank, hold it, downward facing dog. Plank, hold it, downward facing dog. Hold it, and just keep moving here. From plank to downward facing dog, activating all the different muscles. All it takes is 10 minutes to get your body going, to build strength for yourself, to activate your muscles. Keep going, downward facing dog, plank. You want to slow it down, hold it a little longer. That's good. You want to speed it up. Whatever pace works for you, as long as you're moving. Plank, upward, downward facing dog. All right, that's 5 minutes. Take a 30-second rest. Grab a sip of water. Get your body going again. We're gonna come back into first exercise we did in 15 seconds. We're gonna do mountain climbers. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to plank. Work those mountain climbers for a minute. We're halfway through. Don't give up now. You got this. If you need to slow it down, just hold it or just slow it down. It's okay to have slow mountain climbers. You're still activating all of those different muscles. And keep going. You can go quick. That's the beauty of these exercises, is that you can go at your own pace. Remember to keep breathing in and out. Keep going with the mountain climbers. You're gonna come onto your forearms. That's okay too, to give your body a little bit of a rest. And then come back up. Keep going for 10 more seconds. Slow it down. Just keep your body active and ready. All right. Just push into those tricep dips. Come into your back and then dip down. Keep your hips up. Keep your butt up. If you get tired, hold it up here. Maybe you want to take one leg up. That works too. Or the other leg. Or just keep both on the ground. That's okay. You're working your triceps. Either way, you can choose to pick a challenge or take it slower, faster. We've got 30 seconds to go here. Remember, all it takes is 10 minutes to activate all of your muscles and build strength. Don't give up now. We're so close to the finish line. 10 more seconds to go. Up and down with the triceps. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we come to a side plank. Left hand center. Right arm up. And take a modification. Bring it back. See how that feels. Opening up the chest. Even though my foot is on the mat, it's still activating my core muscles. Just in a different way. Last 10 seconds. I'm gonna come back. Stack both my feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the other side. Right hand center. Left arm up. Bring the foot back if you have to. Good. Hold it here. Look up at your arm. Strong core. You got this. The last 10 seconds. I'm gonna bring my left leg over and just hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do our hip bridges now. Start with the right leg and go up and down. Try to keep that right leg up. Flex the foot to keep it activated. Bring those hips up for 30 seconds, and then we'll switch sides. We're so close. You got this. 10 more on this side, and then we switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Keep going. You have both legs on the ground. That's okay too. Just bring those hips up. Keep going. Up and down. You need to take a rest. Take it up here. Don't take this. Tell yourself you got this. For 10 more seconds. And then we'll come into our final exercise, which is plank to downward facing dog. All right, let's go. Let's do it. Take your plank and then come into a downward facing dog. Beautiful downward facing dog. Plank, hold it, downward facing dog. Plank, hold it, downward facing dog. Keep going at your own pace, whatever feels good. Activating all the muscles here. We got this. 30 more seconds to go. So close to the finish line. Do not give up, because you are strong and you got this. You've been building strength. Keep going. 20 more seconds. Breathing, constant breath to help you get through the exercise. So slow it down.
Pick it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, take a sip of water. Remember to drink 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. Eat a colorful diet, lots of fruits and vegetables. You did it. Great job.